The radial gradient mask in Luminar Neo allows you to apply your edits to a circular or oval portion of your image. It has 5 different controls, but most people only figure out one of them. The inner circle, the outer circle, the edge, and the center dot all do different things. Grab the wrong one and you're stretching when you meant to rotate, or resizing when you meant to move. This video comes from our live Luminar Neo Masking Masterclass. You'll see every control demonstrated and how to combine radial gradients when that actually works in your favor. So we've talked about the brush, we talked about the linear gradient. Let's talk about the radial gradient. Okay, so radial gradient is a circle or an oval. Now it's telling me to click and drag to draw a gradient. Okay, when I do that, I can start anywhere in the image in the middle. Okay, so unlike the linear gradient that has to come from the edge, it always comes from the edge, this one goes anywhere. So I'm just going to go right in the middle, and you see there's a little crosshairs. My mouse is a crosshairs, like, so that's an X, like a little T. So wherever I click and start dragging, it adds the mask. Okay, now we have a bunch of controls, okay, similar to the brush and the linear gradient. Outside is 0%. Inside the center circle is at 100%. And this is the fade area. Okay. So the further apart these two circles are, the larger the fade, or the softer the edge. If you want to close the fade, okay, or adjust it, you have to grab the outer circle. Okay. See that? I'm on the circle, not on the dot. Okay. So grabbing the circle changes it. If I grab the inner circle, it makes the whole thing bigger, okay? But the fade stays the same, okay? So outer circle changes the fade, inner circle changes the size. If you grab one of these outer dots or handles, okay, if you get your mouse right over, you'll see that it's got a little line and an arrow, okay? So if you're right on the dot, it means you're going to stretch the shape. Okay, so now I can make an oval. Okay, this way or this way. If I want to rotate said oval, all you have to do is hover over the edge. Okay, so as long as you're not on the dot, if you're around the edge anywhere, now you can see there's a little 2 arrow corner signal from my mouse cursor. Okay, so if I just click right here, now I can rotate. Okay. So the key is don't get over the dot if you want to rotate, because if you go here and click, you're going to stretch it. So make sure you are on the edge between the dots. I just go here. Okay. So further away from the dot. Okay. So again, review. Inner circle makes it bigger. Outer circle changes the fade or the softness. Dots on the outside stretch it, and edge rotates. And of course the dot in the middle, oops, see, you can rotate from here apparently as well. Okay, if you put your mouse here, you can also rotate, but see how crazy it goes? So I rotate from the outside because it goes a little slower. If you click right on the dot, which I missed, now you can move it around. Okay, however, it is exactly like the linear gradient. Once I click this back arrow, remember the arrows, to go back to all the tools, now that mask has been hardwired. It's been cooked in, okay? So if I open the radial gradient again, notice there's no handles. And if I start drawing again, it doesn't replace this one. It adds to it. So I actually use that as an advantage. So you can actually select more than one area. Okay. So for example, I could add to the mask this way. Okay. Of course, if that's not what you want, it's a bit annoying. If you want to reposition the radial gradient, you have to go down here to these actions. Okay. So fill, remember, it means that the mask will apply or the effect applies everywhere. Okay. Clear takes it all away. Okay, so fill applies the effect everywhere. Clear clears the effect. So to go back and do the radial gradient again, you have to clear and then start over. Okay. So unfortunately, there isn't an easy way to reposition it. Right. And if you've done any brushwork after the fact, right, if we paint some more in here, right, and then we clear it, it clears everything. Okay. So getting your mask perfect, we'll talk about the order of which things to do which things in to get your mask perfect. Take some thought. Okay. See, I had to think about just the words I wanted to say. So getting your mask perfect takes some thought, right? Any questions about any of these so far? Right? Is this a review for you? Tell me in the chat. Is this a review for you? Do you use the masks very often? Let me know what your experience with masking is. Okay. I mask almost every tool that I apply on my images. Okay. Other than Develop Raw, which doesn't have a mask. We'll come back to that. Okay. So let's continue. Learn the next masking tool right up here. If you want this kind of step-by-step guidance built into a full structured course, not scattered tutorials, check out my Luminar Neo complete course, link below.